crocheted stitch pattern is highly textured and it only uses 2 stitches, which makes it super easy and fun to do. For this video, I will be using Cotton Top DK from King Cole, and then I have a 5.5mm hook from Ophire Co. And I recommend using a hook that's slightly larger than the hook you would normally use for the yarn weight that you're using. And also, I think it's helpful to have a hook that has a bit of a point to it because there's some slip stitches, and I think that point makes it a little bit easier to get into the stitches. So for this pattern, we're going to chain an odd number. In the second chain from your hook, you're going to work a half double crochet. So you'll yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and then pull through all 3. In the next chain, you're going to slip stitch. And as a bit of a tip, make sure these slip stitches are fairly loose. So use a bit of a light hand when you're making the slip stitches. And then in the next chain, you're going to work a half double crochet. In the next chain, you'll slip stitch. And you're going to repeat that all the way across. So it's half double crochet, and slip stitch. And because you started with an odd chain and you skip that first chain, you'll have an even number of stitches, and your last stitch should be a slip stitch. Here I am at the last stitch, and that will be a slip stitch, and you especially want to make sure this last stitch is fairly loose because that'll be the first stitch you work into after you turn. So to turn, we're going to chain 1 and we'll turn. Then you're going to half double crochet into the first stitch and then slip stitch into the next. Half double crochet into the next, slip stitch into the next, and you'll repeat that all the way across. So it's half double crochet, slip stitch. And that's really the whole stitch pattern for this swatch. So if you ever get lost, you should be working a slip stitch into the half double crochet of the previous row. And then you should half double crochet into the slip stitch of the previous row. And you can see how I made that nice and loose. It makes it easy for me to get my hook in there to complete the stitch. And again, since we have an even number of stitches, you're always going to end with a slip stitch into the last stitch. And that is the repeat for this pattern. You'll just repeat this row until you get to your desired length. So again, here's that swatch that I showed you at the beginning. Like I said, it's highly textured and it's super easy because you're only repeating those 2 stitches throughout. I think this pattern would be great for hats to keep your head nice and warm, scarves, a nice cozy scarf. I'm making a sweater out of it now, which will be coming out soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.